wants like when he wants to be leisure, he's leisure, and then when he wants to ride, he rides.
Exactly,
right?
yeah, because you can control the power obviously.
So is it a supplemental thing? Like you could pedal and
correct, yeah.
Get on it, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, that electric bike that he specifically had. Yeah, there's like a little throttle. You can either have it at like an assist, like a pedal assist, so it's automatically rolling, or you can have just a little throttle where you just.
Well, shoot. Well, forget the carbon fiber, man. I'll just get one of those.
Yeah, but I guess it doesn't really affect how much exercise you get, because you can just roll a lot longer.
So if you were to start over, like let's say you're somebody that's like, you know what, I need to get into a sport that doesn't involve candy crushing all day, to stay healthy. What would you do? Would you just go for the extreme, just get the nice bike? Would you move up, would you buy like a cheap bike and get better and then buy a better bike, or would you just go for it and just go into the bike shop and just have a big shopping spree and get the best of everything?
I guess it all depends on how comfortable you are. If you've never ridden a bike, I wouldn't suggest going all out and getting a fancy bike and going hardcore and going to the mountains. If it all depends on your level of comfort. If you never rode a bike, I would say, hey, get a on-road bike, a hybrid bike possibly.
Yeah.
And just enjoy yourself on the road. Get a little
streets.
exercise in. Yeah, go up and down the beach, whatever you need to do, just to get the feel of the bike. But if you already ridden bikes like throughout your life and you know how to ride them and whatnot, then I would say just jump in it. I wouldn't even say get a Walmart bike.
And speaking of jumping, are kids, do they get in there where they're doing jumping and doing like other stuff too within the sports, or is it?
Oh yeah. I've seen actually a lot of kids. I'm 25, so I'm still young myself, but I've seen kids, that's like still in their single digits, like 9, 10. They can be crazy, because if they get hurt, they'll go stay with mom. Where you and I got to work, and we gotta show up the next day. So yeah, so true. But there's bikes that are geared towards little kids and whatnot.
Okay.
So you can definitely get your children into it, and it's just it's great. So
yeah, I just need to figure out a trailer package for my 11-month-old, and we'll be set. So so anyway, all right, well, we're gonna take a quick break, and we will be back. Hey guys, we love sugar. Sugar tastes good. Problem is, it's causing obesity. It's linked to type 2 diabetes, so we switch over to artificial sweeteners, which at a certain level become bitter, and now it's linked to early dementia. In fact, if you're drinking diet sodas on a regular basis, you're 10 times more likely, studies say, in getting early dementia. So we have a sugar, it's called Next Sugar. It tastes great. It's as sweet as sugar. It's 100% on the sweetness index. Yes, there is an index for that. And guess what? It's half the calories, guys. You can bake with it, try it, get going, do your thing. All right. Hey, everybody. We are back. So I was just going over with James. I knew he rode mountain bikes, and I was trying to think of things to keep people in shape, but instead of going to the gym or doing your typical stuff, because a lot of times people, they're intimidated to go to the gym, but if you could start out with something like that, like riding your bike, you could just do it in your house, in your neighborhood, and then move it up. And for a lot of people, you need something to keep your interest, and with a bike, what he's talking about is you buy your bike, and then you buy I'm going to buy this for the bike. I want to buy this helmet, this, and that keeps you going for the next thing. And then kids too, your younger guys, you start out with them on a trailer or a little, and then once they're outdoors, then they see that at a young age, and lo and behold, guess what they're going to find real easy to do? be outdoorsmen and women. And I always say men, and I mean mankind. So anytime I say man, I'm including women, for the record. So there's all these other things too. And when you're out, you're meeting people, and that's the thing too, is especially for single people. That's your social life is your hobbies. You're going to start, like he was saying, you go online, oh gosh, what was it again? The geoladder.com. And I'm sure you could meet up with people, talk to people, and then when you have something to talk about, and that's just as important as anything is, you're around a crowd of people and you're not going to say anything. I mean, we've all been around crowds and we just stare at our shoes or our phone. But when you have a subject, now you could, it's just easy. You just bring up, hey, this is what I saw, or where did you go? What did you do? What did you get? What should I do? All these questions, it just makes it easy. And that's a big part of our health too, is the social part of it. What does it say? Animals that aren't touched or not socialized, don't live as long. So, we need to be healthy when it comes to that. And plus, when we get in a group, it keeps us accountable too. Most of exercising is the frequency in what we do. So if you don't have people keeping you accountable, guess what you're not going to do? You're not going to show up and do the function that you need. And to make gains, it's frequency. If you're working out, it's frequency. No matter what it is, if you're going golfing, if you're not golfing frequently, you're not going to be as good a golfer. You're gonna lose it, and you're not going to see your gains, and you're going to get frustrated. So, it kind of in thinking about it, it makes me want to start going again. And the other thing too is when you get better at it. Let's say we're talking about mountain biking. If you get better at it, you're gonna want to do it more. And if you're elderly or older, it just could be like he was saying, you get a hybrid bike, which is basically the skinnier tires. It's still set up like a mountain bike. I think that's a good bike because you're putting a lot of weight on your back because your back has bigger muscles instead of leaning forward like these road bikes, the old 10 speeds as we know them. And it's safer. These bikes now, they have disc brakes on them, and they stop really easy. And some of them have shocks on it. So you're not gonna you have to absorb everything, and you could do it pretty much till the day you die. I mean, it's just like I said, zero impact. And the cities now, they all have their bike lanes and bike trails. And that's just what we noticed. And I bet you if you really looked into it, your city has a lot of things that you didn't even know that were right there. And again, you're going to see the wildlife, you're going to be exposed to life. And let's face it, why go through all this trouble and trying to be healthy and happy to live longer if you're not going to live life? I mean, if this thing is worth living, worth doing all the stuff we're doing to stay healthy, then act like it. Get out there and live it. Because if you don't, nobody else is going to do it for you. And when it's gone, it's gone. Your life, your time on this earth, it's not infinite. It's finite. And once you get going and get in the habit of doing things, it's going to force you to do the things that you should do. And then, like you're saying, when you're out there, you'll say, oh, yeah, this is why I'm out there. I remember going scuba diving one time, and I was going through the hustle and bustle. I used to help teach scuba diving. And I went and I took the class paid for me to get out to Catalina Island. And so I got all ready, and had the students there, and you go through all the stuff with the students, and it's you have to do a lot to get out there. And so I got out there and I jumped in the water, and my job was to kind of wait. I was a rescue diver, and to wait for the class as they all jumped in, and somebody was having problems, I guess, on the boat. Usually it's a sign of somebody's being nervous. They have a problem with their equipment. And so I'm in underwater. I'm just waiting for them, and so I just started looking around because I knew it was going to be a while, and probably like maybe just 15 feet underwater. off to the side, and I started looking around, and I was so into the class that you kind of forget about the scenery. And I'm thinking, my God, this is so freaking beautiful. You know, you have the green kelp contrasted with the blue ocean and everything else that's going on. You know, the orange Garibaldi and you know, so I just am looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah, this is why people do it. And you know, so once you start focusing on that, it's just the next time I went diving, you just think about how nice that was. And you can get the good out of anything. I'm sure there's people that will ride their mountain bike and, you know, just come back and say, oh, it sucked, I'm tired, blah, blah, blah. But as long as you have a good attitude and you're looking around, appreciating, hey, I'm building my lungs and my muscles and my cardio, I'm out and about, I'm going to have a story to tell. My kids are going to see me doing stuff, so it's going to be easier for them to do stuff. You're going to start adding to the quality of your life, where normally, you know, that's almost impossible if you're doing the same routine things that are easy. You know, just, again, staring at your phone all day, you know, doing things that aren't in balance. So I do appreciate James today and his take on things. And you know, as we move forward, I'll try to get kind of interesting takes on things that maybe you wouldn't think about, but maybe just hearing about it might push you over the fence if you're kind of teetering on, okay, well, should I do something, should I not? And again, you know, he's probably, you know, thinking of all these other experiences now that you know, he's off the air, thinking he could have brought up. So go ahead and let's start making your guys' experiences, and you know, maybe you could tell other people about them and affect their life.